You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song.
Twist.
Someone delay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Star Trek Engage, and I am joined by a panel of, let's just say weirdos, and the biggest one being my hetero life partner, Samiel the Infamous.
Hola, greetings, salutations, and welcome back to Star Trek Engage.
You sound tired.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
Yes,
It's
had
all
a long
good.
night.
Yeah.
You can say that.
And of course, we got Adam, the Renaissance nerd, who was screaming into the void before we started over God of War Ragnarok.
Screaming at my freaking game. I get it. It's part of the fight where the dragon's going to swoop in. I can't do anything about it. I was supposed to avoid the flames. But I had just killed the boss I was fighting in the open field there. It was dead. I had to do one more thing. Dragon comes up off screen, shoots me, and kills me. And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty mode, so it's freaking annoying. I've been working on it for 30 minutes, and I wanted to
30
get
minutes?
it done.
That's it? That's it? Oh, you should talk to my live stream in the hours of fighting different.
Oh, I think he's talking about one monster.
Yeah. Did you see me play Serious Sam and spend like 4 hours trying to beat that one area?
I've done the 4-hour streams fighting one boss before, but I was
all right. I'm proud of you then.
Well, yeah, I've done Elden Ring. I've done this game alone because I've only been playing on the hardest difficulty mode. Goddamn thing is a nightmare when you're first starting to get used to it, but still, I can get this done. Patterns down, fine. Rando fucking dragon comes in, nails my ass, and now I got to do it again.
I do think this is quite funny because Shadow says, "Bro, spoilers." Now I know the dragon is going to shoot and kill me
In the ass. Don't forget in the ass.
in the ass.
My back was turned, so it literally was in the ass. My back was to the dragon. So it
Shadow,
It was Adam's
Shadow,
long
there's
dark night of the hole.
Well,
It's a PlayStation game, Shadow. You don't have a PlayStation.
speaking about getting shot in the ass, welcome to Horny Alf.
Thanks for having me back. Yeah, I had a little hiatus last week, but I'm back. Happy to talk more Star Trek. And this episode has some dark moments in it.
This one was definitely different. And I found myself not to try to use this pun, but it's the first thing that came to my mind. I definitely was a lot more engaged with this one than I felt like the last one. Speaking of being engaged to Saddam Hussein, the devil made me do it.
Hey,
Wait,
how's
what?
it
I thought I was the one.
If you haven't seen South Park, you don't understand the joke.
Again, Cat. Yeah, watch South Park and get it.
Devil made me do it. Glad to be here and point out how, crazy Star Wars is getting.
Dude, you
Was
always sound like you took a fucking Xanax before.
Wait,
this.
Star Wars?
I did.
You're on the
Sorry,
wrong show.
I didn't have
No,
my
it's
coffee.
part of your charm.
Guys. You can't get mad at me. I haven't had coffee. Everything's been hitting the shit here, so
Oh.
I'm half asleep. Y'all gonna have to work with me here.
And then tomorrow morning he gets to do a Maoist struggle session with Dermy.
Yes.
And speaking of Maoist struggle sessions, Kat the Hijabi Gamer.
I'm looking forward to the Maoist struggle session. It's probably easier than some of the gaming stuff I had to deal with. What's up? I went paintballing. I still got paint on me.
You haven't
fun.
seen Dermy's Truffle Shuffle.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see it. I don't need to see it. I've heard enough about it. What's in
I
my
do not
imagination
Speak
is
upon
probably
things which you do not understand. That's all
which
I'm
is
saying.
why it's probably better. I don't know. Sometimes your imagination is worse than reality.
Yeah, I can bet.
Not in
Well,
this case.
Go ahead, dude. What's up?
No,
okay.
just not in this case. It's not worse than reality. Like Dermy's Truffle Shuffle was the thing of nightmares.
Oh man. All right, so let's get to the chat here. We got Legata says fade in, engage red shirt at Horny Alf. Yeah. Also, he says activate red shirt death counter. Red shirt deaths 0 and climbing. Yeah. We have our own red shirt here, Adam the red shirt. As he will be forever now known. One is I don't know what the fuck that means. Is that spaceship,
Alien
cow, and
cow.
hamburger?
Yeah.
All right. She also says hello to the Trexia streamers on. Wow, I actually like that pun. That was pretty good.
He
That's
too.
good. One says cue the dancing robot. That's true. Legata says the flight recorder of the 200-year-old USS Valiant relays a tale of terror and magnetic storm at the edge of the galaxy. That's true. That is very true. One says Data has one classy chassis. That's pretty fucking good, actually. And responding to Shadow says, I don't know what this song is, but I'm loving it. And of
It's
course, one responds, I love it so much. Yes, absolutely. Legata says, engineering should be in red shirts, so we should count all engineers' deaths as red shirt deaths.
No.
Yeah.
Red shirt death is,
You said
No.
red shirts. You didn't say security. You said red shirts.
it's on a no. The meme is it's on an away team, and the red shirt.
Yeah, it's
is
always
sacrificed.
an away team.
And it's always
Has
a
to be in
no-name red shirt.
Yeah, it has to be an away team, no name red shirt. Death.
Yeah,
Versus-
his name is
Ensign Billy.
Steve. Yeah, Ensign Bill, Ensign Steve. Oh my
Oh,
God, they killed
Billy.
Ensign Steve. Oh, Billy. Kenzo says, Hail Sunday Trek podcast, watch along, stream engage panel crew. Yes, absolutely. Shadow says, no, the good thing about the cactus Kohai put up there means I can't get struck in the app. I talk about steering into that skid.
Wait,
That's a bit of an inside joke from my channel.
Yeah, but it's relevant.
But he's right. It thoroughly destroyed where would it have been an asshole.
That's
oh,
so
by the way,
true.
Shadow, I only got hit twice, and the second time I got hit was because my dad was sending me a text, and I got hit in the head. It's the first time I got hit.
Well, that means you're dead.
Yeah, so we did like a couple of matches, and I only got hit twice. Compared to everyone else, I got hit the least.
All right. Well, here we go.
I like the galactic
Captain's
map
log.
painting.
Mhm.
Stardate 1312.4. The
What's up,
impossible
Clue?
has happened. From
Clue!
directly ahead, we're picking up a recorded
Still
distress
his
signal.
favorite.
The call letters of a vessel which has been missing for over 2 centuries. Did another Earth ship once probe out of the galaxy as we intend to do? What happened to it out there? Is this some warning they've left behind?
Your move, Captain.
You should have intercepted by now. Bridge said they'd call.
I'll have you checkmated your next move.
Have I ever mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock?
Irritating. Ah, yes. One of your Earth emotions.
It's important to note here that Spock smirks when he says that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it just me, or do they play that they go over that a little too much? They play it really heavy, where it's like, one of your Earth emotions. Oh yeah, that's one of your Earth emotions. Human he seems to like be pushing the whole. He's not emotional. I guess he's not being.
It's just
I
in
think
case somebody forgets that he's not human.
Well, I think it's also this is like the actual real first episode technically, because
Yes.
they're still wearing the sweatshirts and there's no red shirts.
Yeah,
and
they're
no
not wearing the
bones.
proper colors. I think like Spock, isn't he wearing the yellow shirt in this scene?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they even still have the wrong phasers still too.
Yeah.
They also are, they've got beige ones as well, and
Yeah.
and they're all wearing these like thick ass turtlenecks, like somebody forgot to turn the heat up.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh,
cold
talk
in
about
Cold
it.
on
space.
the Enterprise. Come on.
Here's a
It is
little
cool one.
insider though. So I think there was a book or a comic based on this, or like continues it. But Spock and Gary Mitchell were both in line for the first officer's position, and Gary Mitchell was the favored one because he was Kirk's friend.
What is up to the Department of Transportation? Setting the scene as it were. And Clue says he doesn't want to be emotionally compromised. I think they're just trying to make it known that they're really trying to play off the fact that he's different, right? Does that make sense?
Well, the thing about the Vulcans is that in their base form, they're more emotional than humans, but they use techniques thousands of years old to control their emotions. Mm-hmm. And then you throw in the fact that Spock is half human. So, I mean, there's that part.
And they by way of bringing this up constantly, is a constant reminder that not only does he not belong among humans, he doesn't really belong among Vulcans either. It's a constant struggle within him, which comes into play later in the series.
Yeah. One says a planet full of, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Introverts. From the Myers-Briggs test.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that introvert?
Yeah.
INTJ.
The first letter is introvert. Yeah.
Okay. Fair, because now it looked like the audio and the video was a smidgen off, and that was weird because it definitely was not how it was earlier.
See, I'm getting some roboting from you. I'm gonna back out real quick and come back in because
it sounds fine to me.
It might be something.
Yeah, sounds fine to me.
It's got to be you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see if this is still delayed.
Earth ship once probe out of the galaxy as we intend to do. What happened to it out there?
See, it's what is going on up in here? Something's weird, man. Give me a second, guys.
Gremlins.
If we just have to listen to the audio, that's fine. I'm not sure what's up because it is a little delayed, which is the first time I've had this issue. So,
well, I do want to talk about.
Your setup.
I do want to talk about what he's talking about, leaving the galaxy, and they actually retcon this later.
Oh, I think I know. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, they don't have the ability to travel all the way to the end of the galaxy. It is retconned later, but lost our host.
Yeah, they also continue it. Like I said, I can't remember if it was a comic or book where they continue after the spoiler ending, and certain things are said. But there's a follow-up movie. One of the movies goes to the edge of the galaxy too, which
do they
in future Trek
No, the Great Barrier is the middle of the galaxy.
That's the middle. It's the core. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the edge of the galaxy.
But
it's in the
either way, they retcon it later because they don't have the ability to travel that fast to the center or the edge of the galaxy.
Yeah.
I think I might have figured out what the problem was. I didn't turn off the VPNs on my computer, so so I think that's the fuck up on my part. Doofus. All right, let's rearrange the panel here because now it's all out of whack. So Samuel's got to go there. Adam's got to go there. Go there. Thank you. What the fuck? StreamYard. maybe it's
Wait, so I don't have my own special spot?
Yeah, you're in the middle.
Okay.
So literally
between the devil and an alien.
Yeah, so it literally goes me, then Samuel, because we started it. Then Adam was the next one to join us. Then Alf, and then of course you guys. So
I think I was the next one after.
I think Alf was
Samuel.
Yeah, Alf was.
Alf just couldn't make it for like 3 weeks. So
sorry, you guys have to switch then. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's fucking Sunday, man. All right, I had lunch. I'm feeling lethargic. Ate nasty ass Carl's Jr. because it was quick and easy.
Well, that's why you feel lethargic. You ate poison.
I know I fucking ate poison. I'm not stupid. Well, I'm slightly stupid.
You obviously are. You ate it.
Yeah.
You know what? I will hear nothing from women.
Hey.
I like
everything.
I like Legatus's comment there.
I'm the only woman here, and as we know from Barbie.
Yes,
Legatus.
Yes, we should because it happens more often than it really should. If you want my honest opinion. Okay. Let's get back into it here. I think we're good. I think we're fixed. Cross your fingers and hope to die. All right.
Did another Earth ship once probe out of the galaxy as we intend to do? What happened to it out there?
Nope, still off.
Is this some warning they've left behind?
No. He's
no,
narrating.
that's a voiceover.
Yeah, it's just a voiceover. Keep it going.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the closed captioning off because it's fucking me up.
It's like the beginning of a TNG episode when he's giving a.
Oh yeah,
background.
it's good. What the fuck? Okay, I am wrong.
Yeah.
Dude.
Boomer
Wow.
Boomer moment number 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Shadow says, yeah. Didn't Discovery say you can't go beyond warp 9.9?
No, that was not Discovery.
That's Voyager.
That's always been a thing.
Yeah. Either way, when you were out, we were talking about how because right here he's talking about going to the edge of the galaxy, and then in one of the future movies they go to the center of the galaxy, and they retcon all that later to show that they can't travel that fast to either one of those. It would take decades to get to the center or the edge of the galaxy.
There are a number of things in this episode that get retconned.
Okay.
Including that.
Okay. Well, now that we know that I'm, Boomer number 2. There you go. Yeah. Boomer plus 2. So.
Good call. I'll have you checkmated your next move.
Have I ever mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock?
Irritating. Ah, yes. One of your
closed captions are off.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why it's screwing me up. So I turned them off.
Okay.
Certain you don't know what irritation is?
Yeah, so he just...
One of my ancestors married a human female.
Terrible. Having
Whoops.
bad blood like
Technically, his father is his ancestor.
Yeah.
That's
whoops.
not inaccurate.
No visual?
Yeah, it still sounds wrong.
Well, it could have been. It could be explained away as like the Vulcans refer to it differently than humans. Maybe I don't know.
Best moment in Star Trek. Ambassador
could also-
Sarek and his wife are my parents. Best moment.
Yeah, it's also possible that they just, were making this up as they went along.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the irony that they can make shit up better than what we got going on today.
Visual contact, Mr. Kelso?
No, sir. It's too small to be a vessel. It only reads about 1 meter in diameter.
Not large enough even for a lifeboat.
Small enough to bring it aboard, sir, if you want to risk it.
Lock onto it, Mr. Kelso.
That man is just hitting random buttons.
I resent that. He's a professional. How dare you?
That man is playing Galaga.
We wouldn't notice, but we did.
Captain, I'm not playing video games while on duty.
Yeah, you're literally the walking embodiment of that meme from
Yes.
Avengers, the first one. All right, so we end up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So we end up finding a probe in space, 200 years old, obviously. Oh, it looks like it's
Old
robot a
style
little
ship
bit.
recorder. They could be ejected when something threatened the ship.
More like destroyed the ship in this case. Look at it. Burnt, pitted.
Let's hope its tapes are intact. We'll feed it through Mr. Spock's computer.
Yes, sir.
It's begun transmitting, sir.
Flash the bridge. Put all decks on the alert.
This is also the first appearance of James Doohan as Montgomery Scott.
Mhm.
Although I don't believe they say his name once during the episode.
No, they
but-
do.
They do when they were
They
all
do
reporting
once.
for duty
Did they?
on the bridge.
Yeah, literally when they're reporting for duty on the bridge.
And you'll notice he has his hands folded all the time when they show him because he's missing his finger.
Wait, Shadow says Kat would get an entire support fleet wiped out because she was too busy playing Warframe at her station.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, Shadow. Stop spreading lies. That's misogyny.
You know, times are changing. Ladies can do stuff now. And you're going to have to learn how to deal with that.
Yeah, Shadow, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with that.
Ladies can do stuff like get a whole support fleet annihilated because she was
Yes.
playing Warframe at her
Think
workstation.
that's easy? Do you think it's easy to play a video game and let an entire fleet get destroyed? No.
Yes.
No, that takes real
Yes.
talent. Boosh says it's a bomb. It's a bomb. Mrs. Kenzo, my favorite episode was the one with Riker in the mental institute. Well, trust me, Mrs. Kenzo, we are going to be getting to the next generation after we finish the Star Trek movies. So stick around. We will be. And Caucasian Sasquatch says, I just uploaded the worst thing I've ever done. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I'm sure.
There's a Jeremy joke in there somewhere.
Shadow says I'm not lying, I'm libeling. Yeah, that's pretty. One says that thing looks like it was flown by the Quagar warrior. Quagar. Okay, double A. Actually, it has nerd knowledge. Clue says ladies can do stuff now.
Hey, real quick, Mrs. Kenzo, any relation to Kenzo UK?
I'm assuming.
I was about to ask the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to assume, but I'm kind of assuming.
When you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
Well, I'm an ass all the time. What else is new?
That's true.
When has this ever been in debate?
Edges of the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, this is the intro. Sorry. Still a great intro, but we don't.
Yeah, we'll get claimed for the music.
We get claimed for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, last week went pretty well for me.
It went well for all of you, but me.
I know.
Like, what in the
So,
dick?
all together
It's
now.
funny.
Alf. Woo!
It's funny because woo. It's funny because I got claimed, but then it said in the comments, it says, but this person allows their stuff to be used or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you got a copyright claim, which means that later on, if you get monetized and you have,
Then they'll hit me.
Yeah, they'll hit you for monetization. But it also managed to stay up, which means it got more views.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know where to start with these next two comics. Caucasian Sasquatch says it is okay to hate me, but save the comments till after you see it. Okay. And Kenzo says Mrs. Kenzo is my wife's boyfriend's girlfriend.
Wait, I gotta do the math on that.
I don't know how to take that.
She just came back with what?
His stepmother, auntie, sister.
Are you really Kenzo just messing with us?
Problem.
I don't even know where to start on this crap.
Jim, getting into shape?
Yeah, well, I figured you were on the bridge. Kelso's voice sounded a little nervous. Well, you finished the game.
He played most illogically. His next move should have been the rook.
Yeah, William Shatner's amazing.
Of course he is. He's William Shatner. Oh no, we got to highlight this.
Oh God, no! Thank you for the $3.
Catronia Rogers Murray for $3 sends a super sticker again on Cat the Hijabi Gamers channel. Catronia
I'm not
Rogers
embarrassed.
Murray for $3.
Thank you very,
sends a
very much.
super
Check out my
sticker
hat.
on Cat the Hijabi Gamers channel. So now she's super embarrassed. Squatch says, I'm out. Are you leaving the scene of a crime, sir? Is that what's going on here? Mrs. Kendall. See, Mrs. Kendall says, I am his wife and I love Star Trek more than he does. Well, you know what? Then awesome. I'm glad you're
Welcome
here.
to the show. I hope you like gay jokes.
A lot of them.
Do you like gay jokes as much as Star Trek? Is the question.
One says, "What the hell? Didn't that guy in the elevator look like the doctor, like Dr. Bones from the new movie?" So Bones in the new movie is played by what's his name?
Carl Urban.
Yes, thank you.
He's
Carl Urban.
amazing.
Yeah. So, yes.
That's the only good thing that came out of the Star Trek movies. Carl Urban as McCoy.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't have a problem with most of the performances in that first Star Trek movie. I just didn't like some of the plot.
I actually liked the first one if they had just left it at that and not made any more. Because
yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, the red matter thing was fucking retarded, but other than that,
yeah. But I didn't have a problem with it because they say it's another timeline, and it's like, okay, I can excuse that. It's not part of the main Star Trek timeline. But yeah, the follow-up movies were pretty bad.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Why? Thank you. At least it confirms that I am Clue's favorite. You found
the only one who gets super chats, woman.
Why? I don't know.
Give me another month, and I'll get them too. And I'll still
stop doing math, Shadow. Look at his Shadow's chat.
Shadow says this stream is 40% gay jokes, 10% Star Trek, and 70% Samuel. That's 120%.
It says she likes my hat, my Pikachu hat that Mugsykins gave me. Mugsykins sent me the Pikachu hat.
I don't think that's what it says. It says I love your. Oh,
I love your hat.
I didn't see the hat part. I really didn't. That's boomer number 3.
Bingo.
Clue says I tripped and fell on the dollar button sign. Sorry, cat. For $5. Again, that's $5.
Why?
The goddess says Lieutenant Commander Gary Mitchell is played by Gary
games.
Walker.
I'm impressing you with my awesome skills.
Oh wow, 2001: Space Odyssey is Dr. Frank Poole. Yeah, Legata says boomer plus 3. Shut up, man. Just kidding.
Oh, he's gonna keep count.
I'm sure he will.
I have to live with this every week. He keeps
counting.
And
if you haven't seen 2001: Space Odyssey, go watch it. It's a good movie.
Isn't it the basis?
I disagree, but okay.
What the hell?
Why do you guys keep zooming? Doing this. I'm gonna go find a. You know what?
Samuel the Infamous for $10 says, "Why do you guys keep chatting that cat? Have a heart, people." What is she doing?
Did you just pull my innards out?
There. Now you can't
Like
see
I
me.
don't know how to tell you that. I mean, I'm an interdimensional space squid. That's not where my butthole's located.
I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
I have my bed above my.
It's not Star Trek.
Isn't she supposed to be the one that's keeping us on track?
Yes, get back on track. Star Trek. Star
That's
Trek.
not
All right.
happening.
That's my bed, by the way, above here. Back to it.
Okay, back to Star Trek.
Back to Star Trek.
You're welcome for the super chat.
They're backing up.
Oh crap! Oh, that's funny.
Oh, great. Now the animals coming.
Neutralize warp, Mr. Mitchell. Hold this position.
Aye.
So slowing down.
Neutralize warp, sir.
Address Intercraft.
Intercraft open.
This is the captain speaking. The object we encountered is a ship's disaster recorder, apparently ejected from the SS Valiant almost 200 years ago.
Tapes are burned out, trying the memory banks.
We hope to learn from the recorder what the Valiant was doing here and what destroyed the vessel. We'll move out into our probe as soon as we have those answers. All decks, stand by.
Department head, sir. You wanted everybody on the bridge before we left the galaxy.
Jones?
Name's Smith, sir.
Whatever.
Standing by, Captain.
Engineering
division, ready,
as always.
Life science is ready, sir. This is Dr. Dana, who joined the ship at the Aldebaran colony.
Psychiatry,
Fun
Captain.
fact.
My assignment is to study.
That woman right there played
Yeah.
Hot Lips in the MASH movie before
Yeah.
the TV series.
Hmm,
Nice.
Yeah, her name's Sally Kellerman, I think.
not wrong.
A crew reaction in emergency conditions.
Getting something from the recorder now.
Kirk's
If
like,
there was an
hello,
emergency,
doctor.
I'd be interested in how that crew reacted too.
You will be the first sacrifice to my loins.
Look at Boosh. That chick is on lewds.
You can tell we're all old because we know what lewds are.
I don't know what lewds are. I'm
That's
guessing.
because you
It was a
were
designer
raised under
drug
a
from
rock.
the 60s and 70s.
like-
It's no longer, a thing.
They're like dirty nudes.
Oh,
It's short
Yeah,
for
so-
quaaludes.
Yes,
It's what
it is.
Bill Cosby used to,
Have a pudding pop.
yeah.
It wasn't it like the
Porn pop.
the first date drape drug?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the pudding pop came after the pudding.
No.
What the fuck?
You put the pudding
Star Trek,
in the
Star
pop.
Trek. I did from. I'm allergic to stupidity, apparently.
I think she's allergic to the fire hazard that is her setup.
Did you
What you
just
talking
call us
about? I
most
actually
stupid?
updated it. Now I got a cooler set up.
But it's still a fire hazard?
No, it's not. It never was.
Oh
She-
no, it was.
She took the wiring harness out of a V8 truck. So she runs all of her
Yeah.
equipment.
The wiring.
Holy crap. Are you making your room into a grow lab?
What are you doing telling people? God, it's on the internet now.
What are you
Thank-
doing showing people?
you didn't know it was a grow lab until he spoke up. God.
I don't think Cat knows what a grow lab is.
Yeah, I know what grow lab is. The problem is it's legal now.
Not half wrong. I don't know what Shadow said. No, it's a Toknoom.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Destroyed.
It's the new thing at Taco Bell.
Oh,
Probably the best argument to continue the probe. Other vessels will be heading out here someday and have to know what they'll be facing. We're leaving the galaxy, Mr. Mitchell. Ahead, warp factor 1.
The galaxy, Mr. Mitchell.
yes. And Shadow.
Damn it, Shadow. Stop telling people what I'm doing. God.
That boy is going to get investigated by the FBI.
Yeah.
And
And he's going to get us
if
investigated.
he's lucky, just the FBI.
Oh no, he's not going to get us investigated because he's not on the panel.
No, he's going to get me investigated.
Shadu and his Tacnoom.
He's probably too busy playing with his Toknoom.
Attack in 12 seconds.
I thought that was weird when you reached back to hold that random officer.
I thought so too. That was a little strange, in my opinion.
I mean, it'd be one thing if they set it up that they had a close relationship or something, but
It's Gary Mitchell. He probably has a girl in every port, like Jim Kirk.
Yeah, but the captain's yeoman right in front of the captain.
Well,
On
it's not
duty?
Rand.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe they
she's on
share her.
duty.
Threesomes are a thing, my understanding. Why not?
Because it's unprofessional on the bridge. That's why.
that and it's the devil's threesome.
I don't know.
High five, bro.
Look, I'm trying to
Eiffel
explain it.
Tower.
Go Team Venture.
Star Trek. All right, what next?
Also, the Eiffel Tower means something else.
That's what I guessed when you started laughing.
Oh, it means
I don't
something
even-
else.
I don't even know what. I just
That's a great shot of the ship and how it's moving, though.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to get clipped, so I got to be careful with that. But so they're literally flying into the unknown, and I need to. Samuel, you're watching the streams, right?
Yeah, we're all still up.
Okay, I'm pulling mine up just to make sure, so I can keep a closer on it because I forgot to do that. But yeah, so they're flying into the unknown basically, and things start basically exploding on the ship. Things go very, very awry. They start.
Look,
losing...
I'm not on the ship, okay? So it's not my fault this time.
Well, you know what's interesting about this too, though, is it because like they're going through a barrier on the edge of the galaxy, like there's an actual physical border there, or something of that nature. And I've heard tell that there is a theory that there is some kind of barrier at the edge of the galaxy, like in reality.
So Gene Roddenberry was a time traveler confirmed.
Well, they even
there's
say
a few things.
They even say the same thing about the edge of our solar system. They think there's some kind of barrier there too.
Yeah, and there's a few things where they talk, because Star Trek is famous for technobabble and for really smart sounding, basically gobbledygook in terms of lines and all that stuff. But here I've noticed that there are a couple of things where they're pulling from real science at the time. Like at one point, somebody said something about coming up. They'll be talking about the reactive material in the warp engines. And one of them says it decayed to lead, and that actually happens with radioactive isotopes.
Oh.
Over time, it basically becomes inert lead once the radioactivity is like bled off and spent its half-life.
Well, and a lot of people probably don't realize that this this literally took place after a great leap forward in science with nuclear technology, right? So we obviously dropped the the atomic bombs, on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So we were entering into a very new stage of life. So this was made in '66. And so the atomic bombs were dropped literally probably 18 years beforehand.
Yeah, and you got to realize during the World War II period, the world went through a huge technological leap. You look at the beginning of World War II, there were still cavalry units using horses, and at the end of the war, we had nuclear bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, they probably thought the same level of jumps were going to continue, going forward. But you didn't see as much.
Well, science.
Oh, go ahead, dude. Sorry, my bad.
Science and technology and stuff is always speeding up. Like the amount of technology and kind of advancement we've done in the past 100 years is much more than how long before that. So it's always speeding up.
Unless they're trying to purposely keep it held back. I mean, like phone batteries, for fuck's sake. You would think our phones would last for a week, but I think they purposely make them defective, so you have to change your phone every year.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm still using one that's 4 years old and barely works.
It's got like a 10-minute battery.
Yeah.
Well, I was until finally the screen gave out. That thing was really, really old. It was an XA2 Ultra. Now I'm using a cheap Moto phone because it has a headphone jack and micro SD.
Samuel still has a Razr.
It's a Galaxy S9, thank you.
I have a Razr phone. Technically, it's made by the gaming company.
So we basically there is obviously the electronics all start to explode. There is basically a shock that kind of goes through the ship in a sense, and certain crew members are affected. That would be Mr. Gary, who we were just speaking of, and of course the good doctor. Both are afflicted and taken down. And
Dr. Hot Lips.
Dr. Hot Lips.
Walking refrigerator.
Yeah, the walking
oh, don't worry, she warms up.
Wow.
He's alive. Appears to be in shock.
Engineering deck and read. Can you give damage report? The sensor beam. Full power on the deflector.
Main engines are out, sir. We're on emergency power cells. Casualties 9 dead.
Gravity is down to 0.8. All decks, this is bridge engineering.
9 red shirts just snuffed out.
No.
Your people.
I like how he yells no. No!
You sounded like you were yelling it from across the room, too. You still playing Ragnarok?
I was across the room. I got up for a minute. No. I want to live, damn it. Or my clone does. One of these days I'll run out of clones, and then it'll just be me. And
There's somewhere on the ship, there's a room full of red shirts that look just like you.
They come off an assembly line.
Shut up.
What up there, Wookie Be Bad? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Wookie.
Welcome to the clown show.
I gotta admit, these contacts they use for this they achieve a very cool effect. That reflective look that gives them sort of a cat's eye kind of look to them.
Mm-hmm.
No, my cat disagrees with that. She's not happy at all with how dare you say that. That does not look cat-like.
I didn't ask your cat.
Yeah, she's the authority on all things cat, though.
She's not on the panel.
She was earlier.
Shut it, Buster.
What? That's right. His name is Buster. It works in two ways too. Sounds like a woman yelling at a guy. You know, like somebody's mom yelling at somebody at a bar. Like, you shut up, Buster. Okay. One says, "Oh my God, he became the Incredible Hulk."
Don't make me angry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah. Well, he does get angry later, right?
1312.9. Ship's condition. Heading back on impulse power only. Main engines burned out. The ship's space warp ability gone. Earth bases, which were only days away, are now years in the distance. Our overriding question now is, what destroyed the Valiant? They lived through the barrier just as we have. What happened to them after that?
All right. Here comes Dr. Hot Lips.
Hospital bed now.
Yeah, I know, right? They got a real hospital.
Sick bay down gets a downgrade after this.
Bush says, Doctor, why don't we go to my cabin? You can get drunk and watch me play a la bike.
That's like Louis C.K. in a Star Trek uniform.
Oh, man.
Tell me all you know about espers. My cabin, darling.
Man, this they got a real hospital bed this time. And so we take a look at Gary here, and Gary's a little fucked up. Gary's having,
yeah,
he's going through the records of all the, or even basically the archives, reading all the books and stuff like that, and learning everything because, in a sense, his mind has been supercharged. God, it says, is that the heartbeat from John Carpenter's The Thing?
I would probably equate it closer to the Telltale Heart, given the eye thing and all of that.
Yeah. And The Thing came out in the early 80s.
John Carpenter's remake of it came out in the early 80s. It was a movie in the 50s called A Thing from Outer Space that was based on a novel or a short story or whatever from the 1930s called Who Goes There?
I really liked Carpenter's version of The Thing. They used some pretty crazy practical effects to make, gory scenes look real.
And they hold up. They hold up to this day. They're still some of the best creepy ass effects out there.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would.
We reviewed it a while ago on a show. It still works well. They're going to ruin it, but by making a sequel and telling us who is the Thing at the end there.
No,
they already made a prequel.
Not the prequel, but I'm talking about a sequel because the whole great ending of that movie is the ambiguity of which one of them is infected.
Or are either of them infected, or are both of them infected?
I mean, I believe Carpenter said somebody was infected, but that whole ambiguity of who is it, and now they're going to ruin it.
Childs.
I think it was Childs, but it was hinted at it. But now they're going to confirm it, and it ruins a really cool ending.
Well, it's in modern day that all the heroes are going to be women, and the monster is going to be a phallic object.
Yeah.
Oppressing them.
Duke Devil 95 says we're almost 15 minutes into this episode. When is everyone going to meet in Kirk's cabin to discuss the situation while he cooks dinner?
Wait, what? Why would you?
That's a throwback to Strange New Worlds, because it seems like every episode Pike is cooking dinner for his crew.
Wait, what? Why?
Yeah, see, Duke Devil, on this ship, our crew are professionals.
Yeah. Who is Cecil is correct. The PlayStation 2 video game that came out is the sequel to the movie. Yes,
I had that game. It was pretty good.
Still have that game, and I will one day
didn't know
play
there was
that
a
game.
game.
Yes, it's on PlayStation 2. It's called The Thing, and it's fucking awesome. I will play that on stream one day. Just I got a couple games to finish first. One says I can't watch the whole movie, especially with the weird part with the blood tests and that bubble-eyed monster. It's gross.
I will be sure not to recommend to you any of my favorite movies because they all involve things like that.
Samuel's got a bit of a it's got a sick niche.
Hello, Jim.
I can smell your musk from a mile away.
With these eyes, I see things. All things.
He's like, I see you're not wearing underwear today.
You can try to cover it up, but it's too late. I've already seen everything.
Such power from a set of contacts. It's crazy.
I wish I did.
He does. He looks fucking, and his whole demeanor changes too, which is better. I mean, I'll give the guy credit. He's a pretty good actor. Makes it really.
Oh,
creepy.
he did a great job. Great performance in this. It is worth noting though that he tilts his head because I don't think he can see through those things. I think
I don't think he can
the whole time is because he can't see shit in real life.
Well, because the eye holes are so small on they look like they're probably not even the size of a small nail. The pin on a small nail.
The same thing occurred in the first 2 seasons of Supernatural with the yellow-eyed demon.
Yeah.
The guy who was playing him always had his head tilted back, and he was always kind of squinting a little bit like that. And later he came out and he said, "Yeah, I was only doing that because I was just kind of vaguely guessing where the other actors were." Because he couldn't see through the contacts.
I bet that's the same situation here. I'm guessing he just can't see anything.
Yeah. Duke says, yes, 1966 to 2005, the days when Starfleet was compromised of professionals before the dark times.
Before the dark times.
After, technically.
Yeah, God. But, after the times where people just got together to talk about their feelings on Star Trek.
Ugh. Do your job.
Yeah. And where crew members disrespect their captain left and right.
Yeah.
In a way, I feel better than I've ever felt before in my life.
Just look.
Seems to have done me
It goes on forever.
Oh. Well, I'm getting a chance to read some of that long hair stuff.
That's a period reference.
Would you care to explain?
Yeah, they used to refer to hippies as long hairs, as worthless layabouts and stuff. So, like,
I didn't
poetry,
know
that
that.
sort of thing, beatniks and all that. That's a very dated '60s reference.
I did not know that.
No, but what's also just dated is the fact that what is he doing the moment he has time off? He's reading. Now, if it were Star Trek Discovery, it'd be like, yeah, I was playing this video game. Books?
Right,
Yeah.
Kat, but my point is that
Yeah, that's true.
even today people will still be seen actually reading physical books. But if you say long hair to somebody in reference to something like a book or anything like that, hardly anybody who wasn't around at the time or who didn't grow up with people who were around at the time is going to understand that reference because it's very specific to that time period. Like you'd see signs on shops saying, help wanted, long hairs need not apply, that kind of thing.
Oh, cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. I've never heard that. That was, but very interesting. Real quick. Duke says, well, Gary does some serious disrespecting of his captain at the end. Yeah, well, that's not true. That's true.
Gary's evolving. Gary's no longer crew at this point.
No, Gary's very something else. It's very much something else.
Hey, man, I remember you back at the academy. A stack of books with legs.
The first thing I ever heard from an upperclassman was, watch out for Lieutenant Kirk. In his class, you either think or sink.
That wasn't that bad, was it?
If I hadn't aimed that little blonde lab technician at you.
You what? You planned that?
Okay, real quick. Is that Carol Marcus?
I think it's Carol Marcus.
Excuse me. Holy shit.
Bless you.
Yeah, I think it's Carol Marcus.
Holy crap.
Oh well, I think Duke is confirming.
Yeah.
So interesting.
To think, didn't you? I outlined her whole campaign for her.
I almost married her.
Better be good to me.
And Ryan's never seen these or the
even better
the
ideas
old
here.
original movies, so you don't know who Carol Marcus is, do you?
No, I don't. Shadow says I heard
It's important later, and
Carol
Shadow
Marx.
has nothing to do with Karl Marx. It's Carol Marcus. She's a
No,
she's a canon
I think
character in the
he
movies.
heard Carol Marx, like and he was like, not like Karl Marx, but Carol Marx. Wiki says, I doubt anyone here can beat Duke in Trek trivia. Wow, trust me, it's not me. William Curry says, loving the way that Mitchell is having to look so arrogantly there, but that was because the way the contacts were set up, and only way he could see was to tilt his head up.
Yeah, like I said.
Wow. Okay, cool. Get a lot of information.
But it does
on
give
this.
him kind of an arrogant air about him that really lends itself to his performance here.
Oh, I 100% agree.
You, Spinoza?
Once you get into him, he's rather simple, though. Childish, almost. I don't agree with him at all.
Go on.
I'm trying to tell you I feel fine. When do I go back on duty?
I'm going to ask Dr. Dana to keep you under observation for a while.
With almost 100 women on board, you can do better than that, friend Captain.
She shot me
Consider
down
it a
once
challenge.
already.
She's a freezer with legs.
That doesn't seem...
Okay. Catarona says, is it just me, or is Gary giving off Dr. Manhattan vibes with how smug he is?
I think that's fair. No.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think.
Something inside him's changed, and he knows it.
Yeah, he's very different.
I'm very friendly. Didn't I say you'd better be good to me?
I'm using my voice.
We just go through this with some punk kid last week.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
technically,
you better
this
be nice
happened
to me.
for it. But here's the thing: if considering again, if we're going by an air date rather than episode count date, this is a better portrayal of that situation where it harkens back to what we talked about last week: a kid who doesn't understand the power. No, Gary understands.
Yeah.
The power
Right,
he has.
and also Gary's a grown man and a professional, and he's fully aware and in charge of himself and his hormones and all of that stuff. So like Charlie was just a boy who was erroneously given godlike powers. Like I understand they helped him to survive, but like they didn't help him to mature. Whereas Gary's already reached that point when he undergoes his change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is what is concerning. He's learning faster.
He's reading even faster now than just a few moments ago.
Exponentially faster.
Is that
Yes.
Gary Mitchell? The one you used to know?
Put a 24-hour watch in the sick bay. Fullest possible range of examinations and tests.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
That was pretty creepy.
That was massively creepy when I first saw that. I was like, whoa, this dude's fucked up. Like something's not right with this. Duke says this should have been the episode they should have shown when Trek premiered, not the man trap. No, I think and you wouldn't be the first panel subs, excuse me, the person in the chat to say that. Yeah, we've heard that before, that they started really kind of oft. Yeah. Boo says, Captain, he's found your stash of Orion girl prawn. Red alert, red alert.
Well, he probably knows. I mean, come on, he can read everything. He's probably the first thing he's going after.
Mm-hmm.
And then where the doctor hides his booze.
Yeah, in his medical bag.
Yeah, well,
Because he's got to give martinis to all of his patients.
don't worry, you'll feel better soon. Just drink this.
I'm really kind of bummed out that they got rid of that. All right. So the next scene, we have Dr. Hot Pants. Excuse me, Hot Lips. I guess both. I did skip forward a little bit. So the actual not Bones. He wasn't there, but one of the other physicians said, this guy's remarkable. There's nothing wrong with him. Even in the healthiest people, I see at least a little something wrong, but nothing with this guy.
Yeah, and surprisingly though, he didn't offer him a martini.
Well, it's Dr. Piper, not Dr.
That joke's never gonna die.
I'm honestly surprised in this scene. I'm surprised that they actually showed, or they had her in pants, because even at this time period, women wearing pants was kind of faux pas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because all the other ladies in the show have worn a skirt.
No, well, in this one, all the ladies are
wearing
pants.
Yep,
Yeah.
they are. Even the random blonde girl who held her hand for whatever reason. We thought that was kind of strange too. Yeah, it was a little bit different, which makes me, because we were told that some of the episodes, the first couple of episodes were filmed out of order, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
this was the second premiere one. The second, what is it? Pilot. This was the second pilot.
Space skirts. I endorse that. I also endorse Earth skirts as well.
Well, wait until you get to TNG and you see the dude wearing a skirt. It was like the first episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dude wearing a skirt.
You remember in the first season of TNG where the outfit that Troy wears with the really short skirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a dude wearing one of those
dude
in the first
wearing
episode.
a yellow version of that in the pilot encounter at Farpoint.
Google it.
Why?
I don't know. He's only on the screen for like a second.
One says skirts in zero gravity would be illogical.
Yeah.
It would be illogical. It'd also be a treat. A treat for all.
That's what we call a dermy treat.
Sorry about that.
Women professionals do tend to overcompensate.
Yeah, they do.
No, I don't.
You. How do you feel?
Not professional though, either, I guess.
Everybody seems worried that I don't have some kind of a fever or something. Maybe if we could just change these dials.
Hey Ryan, check our Twitter engage group.
Okay. Is it did Squatch finally send like whatever he did to Samuel and Samuel posted it or something?
No, not yet. I haven't even taken the time to go look at it yet. I'll watch it after the show, whatever it was. But yeah, there's the dude.
Hold on, okay. Man in a space skirt, engage.
What the hell?
That was like the first or second episode.
Why? Why? I don't even want to. No.
Yeah, but it was a very different time. It wasn't done for those reasons. I think it was just done to be different.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't think it was done as anything. I
think they did it as they imagined like neither pants nor skirts would be identified with male or female that either would wear.
My, how correct they were.
Yeah. Space
says,
jorts.
Yes. And Wolverine Snake says space jorts. One says it's like a Roman legate or centurion battle skirt. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's probably where.
Yeah, I mean, the Romans, they did wear something that looked like a skirt.
Cute George Takei. Oh my. Oh, you know what? That's what I need. I need a George Takei saying, "Oh my." That's I'll remember that for next time. I mean, because it could only get gayer, right? It couldn't be less gay. This fucking show.
How did you do that?
I'm pretty sure that is the same sound effect from the thing, though.
It might be, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, real quick. Bush says, "Dude is jacked. Put him in a skirt." William Curry says, Gary plays that being Kirk's friend, but I always felt that Kirk was more his friend, and Gary hung around because he knew Kirk was going places. Wait till later on. Yeah, no, I actually don't kind of disagree with that a little bit. What is up there? JPR. Not sure.
Culottes.
Culottes.
Culottes are like long shorts.
Okay. Are those called capris?
I have no clue. I don't know anything about.
They're like
fashion.
long shorts for women.
Oh. I don't know. I haven't worn shorts in decades.
I'm wearing shorts right now.
I will say this: the
shorts.
Oh goodness!
Culottes? Are you wearing culottes?
Culottes.
Those are called chaps, my friend.
Assless.
No, I will say this about the man skirts: is that was never seen again after that episode. I guess it didn't go over well.
I mean, it was the late 80s.
Never mind. I'm just not with the Boosh. Not with Boosh. Oh, Devil's back. Where did you go?
He had to go squeeze out all of Saddam's juices.
Wow, I didn't think he left.
Yeah, somebody got out the pit, and I had to go put him back. Can't have that.
Yeah. Well, welcome back. We're talking about assless chaps. Do you have an opinion on that?
He's for him.
Got 100 pairs.
I just thought of making it happen, and it does.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this, Doc.
Oh, well, look, I'm going to make myself dead. Look, I'm dead. Then, of course, it's a trick. It's a trap. You sneaky man. Dude, he literally had his hand on underneath her hair on the back of her neck, and then he pulls it off and sniffs it. That's what he's doing. He's sniffing her shit.
The first Joe Biden maneuver.
I don't know. No, well, Joe Biden was born several centuries before this, and would probably be alive when this happened. So,
sorry, I had a text. Once at Biden. Bush says he pulled a Squints from The Sandlot. It's been a long time since I've watched The Sandlot.
That is a great movie.
It is a great movie. It really is a great movie. All right.
There've been other things too, like going halfway through the ship's library in hardly a day.
I found all your nudes.
Do you remember everything you read that quickly? Yeah. On any tape?
I do everything that quickly.
Sure. Try this one. Yeah. Page 387.
Oh, Squatch says it has been done. I regret nothing. What did you?
No.
Is it like on Twitter or something? Like, what is this?
He's not on Twitter. It's probably on YouTube.
What did you do, fucker? I'm gonna have to go to his. I'm gonna have to check his YouTube channel out. I'm gonna. I'm gonna do it right now while we're listening to this.
Nightingale woman. Written by Tarbell on the Nobius planet back in 1996. It's funny you picked that one, Doctor.
Why?
It's one of the most passionate love sonnets of the past couple of centuries. How do you feel, Doctor? How do you feel?
It's getting a little handsy, huh?
Yeah, he likes that freezer.
She's kind of into it though.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. She's never mind. It's a little slick on, is it a little slippery on the floor here or what?
She's yeah, she's considering bleaching her butthole.
Damn.
You know, so it looks nice.
Okay.
Wow.
Obviously, you guys don't go to the same parties I do.
Yeah, well, you are a multi-dimensional eldritch demon.
Oh wow. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Let me hold up.
What?
It's this what he posted? It says "Creep son of mine, a sweet child of mine" parody, and it's Joe Biden and Hunter Biden.
Yep, that's the thing.
You
Swatch, I will watch it after the show, I promise.
I will too. Are you trying to get your channel nuked though?
No. That's being generous. Saying he'll just get his channel nuked. Remember, people speak up against Biden, they just disappear.
They get charged in Georgia.
He
They
says,
get shot.
he's like, "Oh, did I do that? did I do that?" Back to the weirdness.
Just feel anything.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
It's getting super weird.
I was on my coffee break. I thought I'd check up on.
Yeah.
That's not a martini.
It's okay, Lee.
That's the new prescription. No more martinis needed.
Yeah, why didn't you put a sock on the door, dude?
Well, he can't stand up right now. He doesn't have a binder handy.
Yeah, I don't think he has quite the mobility just yet. He's not all powerful yet. Not just yet. Getting there.
All these dudes on this panel, I figured there'd be more laughs about the binder joke.
The light my eyes on you, pal. It's all for.
It was a chemistry book for me.
It was a dark time for you, wasn't it?
Well, dude, my chemistry teacher was hot.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Poor devil.
Yeah, I was wondering, isn't a binder what women used to... Anyway, never mind.
Scrapbook.
What did women do with binders?
What?
I get it. Never mind. I got it. Never mind.
I was like,
Took me a moment.
what? The rest of us were all teenage boys at one point. We all know the binder.
That's why I was confused, but now I get what you mean.
Yeah, sometimes you got to use a binder to hide your boner.
Well, when you say it like that, it takes all the magic out of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't know what that means.
I knew. That's why I said. Now I get it. I got it. I understood.
She's like, I've had to cover my penis before.
Don't you?
Well, according to Twitter, yes.
Don't you love how, like, when we did that when we were younger, it was like we thought we were being so clever. Like, no one will know what's going on. Now,
Right.
we're
Meanwhile,
older,
like
wait.
200 other dudes in the same hallway with you were doing the same thing.
Yeah, the teacher at the front of the class is all like, "Oh my god, how many erections did I do today?"
The good old days of just randomly, it's 1:37, and you're like, "What's happening? Why? Think about baseball." And no, not the men in baseball. Just think about baseball.
Or the lunch lady.
Or the lunch lady.
Not
Like,
even that
wow.
lunch of mine, man.
No offense to lunch ladies, but most lunch ladies, at least in my experience, look a lot more like Nick Nolte than they do Christy Brinkley. Just saying.
Oh, that's how I got rid of it. Was thinking of Nick Nolte. Lunch ladies, I'd actually start getting harder. It was kind of creepy.
Why is it getting worse? I'm thinking about Thelma. She serves me sloppy joes.
No, Velma. No, Velma. No.
No, Thelma, not Velma. Wow, you have PTSD, don't you?
Yes, from you.
Jesus. God. Velma's not that bad.
Yes, it was.
So how go the repairs?
Well, the main engines are gone, unless we can find some way to re-energize them.
You better check the starboard impulse packs. Those points have about decayed to lead.
Oh, yeah,
Right there.
sure, Mitch.
I'm not joking, Lee. You activate those packs and you'll blow the whole impulse stack.
Hey, Ryan, check the engage chat again.
Oh no. I saw that you had posted something, so I was immediately going there to pull it up. Because I know this is it's going to get worse before it gets better. And there it is. It's gotten worse.
Thanks for that, Alf. I appreciate you.
It's gotten worse.
What?
Nice legs, Ryan.
I was just gonna say.
Somebody doesn't skip leg day.
No, I don't.
I'm just glad he shaved them finally.
Well,
I like those ankle high boots he's wearing.
Well, when you put the pantyhose on later, they gets a little the little hairs poke through. So you gotta trim it up, man. You gotta make sure you're good to go. Oh Jesus!
The replicator can make nair.
Oh. I mean, probably. You know, I was like, how else is Ryan going to be a smooth criminal?
Oh,
Ryan's like, man, this skirt is so breezy.
You're like, no more swamp ass in the summer.
Now, if we can only get Ryan to wear underwear with that skirt.
No, that's
does it breathe as well?
No.
You try wearing a skirt in Florida.
You're not in Florida.
Not anymore. Oh shit.
He'd seen those points and he hadn't noticed their condition.
How do you know?
Good Lord, sir.
He'd seen what's still in his mind.
Well, it didn't make any sense that he'd know.
One said, ew, maybe I have a Klingon wax in Starfleet world.
Oh God! I thought Harry was a. Wait.
Oh, that's funny.
But naturally, I checked out the circuit anyway. I don't know how, but he was right. This point is burned out exactly the way he described it.
Sorry I'm late. I became so interested in observing Gary. Mr. Mitchell.
Our subject.
That's what you call it?
It looks like Dr. Sexy Pants burnt out the dildo odor. Oh, damn it. We told you to stop doing this. It takes a lot of money to replace that shit.
Why's the vibrator switch burnt out? No reason.
To have feelings like we do, Mr. Spock. But to talk that way about a man you've worked next to for years is worse than
That's enough, Doctor.
I don't think so.
Yeah, stop getting
I
all
understand
emotional.
you least of all. Gary told me that you've been friends since he joined the service, that you asked for him aboard your first command.
It is my duty, whether pleasant or unpleasant, to listen to the reports, observations, even speculations on any subject that might affect the safety of this vessel.
Yeah,
And it's my
geez,
science
man.
officer's duty to see that I'm provided with that. Go ahead, Mr. Spock.
Have you noted evidence of unusual powers?
He can control certain autonomic reflexes. He reads very fast. Retains more than most of us might consider usual.
Mr. Scott, will you repeat what you just told us?
About an hour ago, the bridge.
All I have to do all I would like to think is the moment Kirk
God
turned
damn it,
around.
Pooch. Just goddamn it, Boosh.
I just like to think that the moment Kirk turned, Spock sticks his tongue out at the doctor. It's like, "Nyeh."
That would be an emotion, though. It's not gonna.
Yeah, but it's still hilarious. If like just suddenly, and she like pauses for a moment. He does it so fast that she doesn't register in her brain. She's like, "Wait, what did you?" And then it's done and gone.
Well, she's clearly simping, you know.
Oh God, yes.
That's why Kirk's so mad, man. The dude in the hospital has more chance now than he does. It's like, fucking bastard. That was my lay. What the hell you doing?
Yeah, he's got a point. I have to totally agree. I agree. Yeah.
Carol's just a consolation prize.
And whatever happened to the one yeoman? She's not in this episode either.
Yeah, because she hasn't come yet. Yeoman Round, she hasn't come yet.
But she's going to.
Oh.
Actually, you want to know why they got rid of her? Because they did. She was supposed to be the captain's woman, and they wanted Kirk to be more able to woman hop. So they
That's
got
later
rid of her.
on, though. That's not right away. This episode was.
Yeah,
as,
no, I
as-
know.
as
That's
we
what I meant.
stated,
No.
filmed before, but so she hasn't been hired yet.
I knew that. I'm just
You're
saying.
jumping ahead, too far ahead.
I'm just saying the reason she doesn't come back. If she eventually does.
Shadow likes to jump ahead too. Like he'll go and talking about something. He's like, "Yeah, in season 8," and it's like, "We're not Shadow. We're not there. Not there. Not there."
She gave in to William Shatner's advances, and then he's all like, "Yeah, we need to replace her.
Yeah.
Get another hot chick to be on this bridge."
I can't stick to just one hot chick.
Of course not. He's Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Well, she's not green enough.
Wow.
Launch control started going crazy. Levers shifting by themselves. Buttons being pushed. Instrument readings changing.
And on my monitor screen, I could see Mitchell smiling each time it happened. As if the ship and crew were almost a toy for his amusement.
Are they right, Doctor?
They're like, didn't we just go through this last week?
Yeah.
He's a different doctor, though. Yeah,
Well, no, it's
Piper
what's
should
his
be
name? The boy?
Charlie
Yeah, but it was a different doctor, McCoy.
Charlie. Yeah, yeah, you know, now that I kind of think about it, it does seem like it's a little redundant. But of course, that was all in the way they filmed them. So
Didn't think it worth mentioning.
No one's been hurt, have they? Don't you understand? A mutated superior man could also be a wonderful thing.
He's my man!
A new and better kind of human being.
Mm-hmm. And he's really good at boning.
He's my man!
Well, as one says, he makes out like an anteater. Which is, by the way, very graphic one. Thanks for that image.
You're like, that's too much.
Yeah, if he's licking the bottom of her lungs, then it's no longer tonsil hockey, is it?
I'm not even sure how to reply to that.
William Curry says, I think it's fascinating that Shatner seemed to be dialed in pretty good as Kirk in the first pilot episode. Wants a stronger, faster, better. Look at it. Says, is she related to Khan? It sure is sounding like it. I don't think so, but interesting thought though.
Ryan doesn't know who Khan is, anyways.
I know who he is. Okay, fucker. Joseph A says chum chum. I don't know what that means. Or kum kum. I did the CA sound and not the K. Would that be I guess kind of a boomer moment, like number 4?
Yeah, let's go with number 4. I want more
I
boomer moments.
think I would probably consider that kind of a boomer thing. You know, not being able to read.
Boomers can't read. When did that happen?
Is it because you never learned, or because your eyes are failing? Because only one of those is a boomer thing.
But what about early onset Alzheimer's? Does that work?
How far are we into this episode?
24 minutes.
Press on.
That says boomer +4 and rising. Yeah.
In less time than that, he will have attained powers we can't understand and can't cope with. Soon, we'll be not only useless to him, but actually an annoyance.
Still can't get over those turtlenecks.
They look so itchy.
There'll be no discussion of this with the crew. Thank you.
Boom. Right.
We'll never reach an Earth base with him aboard, Jim. You heard the mathematics of it. In a month, he'll have as much in common with us as we'd have with a ship full of white mice.
But I need a recommendation, Spock, not vague.
Why they got to be white?
Because at the time they were white mice.
Days away from here, Delta Vega. It has a lithium cracking station. We may be able to adapt some of its power packs to our engines.
And if we can't, we'll be trapped in orbit there. We haven't enough power to blast back out.
It is the only possible way to get Mitchell off this ship.
If you mean strand Mitchell there, I won't do it. The station is fully automated. There's not a soul on the whole planet. Even the ore ships call only once every 20 years.
And you have one other choice. Kill Mitchell while you still can.
It's interesting that Spock says it because he has no emotional attachment. He just sees the logical choices.
Yeah. I mean, and ultimately that is you have two choices here because obviously he's becoming stronger and stronger. There's no way to stop that they know of at this time. And even when they find a way to hinder it, you still can't stop him. The way you think that you can. So
I'd keep him around so I could get the lotto numbers, and he's gone.
I don't think they had the lottery.
Yeah, you never know.
Tell me the Powerball.
Can I get the Vega Powerball numbers, please? What? This is a good shot, though. I like this shot here.
This planet, completely uninhabited, is slightly smaller than Earth, desolate but rich in crystal and minerals. Kelso's task.
The space shots weren't that bad, especially after they remastered them.
No, well, even at the time, the space shots were pretty awesome because you have to think about, this is the fucking mid '60s. It just, I mean, they're working with extremely limited technology, and the fact that they were ahead of their time with like personal communicators, basically that look like cell phones, flip phones of the modern day. By the way, flip phones are coming back for whatever fucking reason, but yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to sell smart flip phones.
I know, because I guess we going backwards. Guess the more things change, the more they stay the same.
To regenerate the main engines, save the ship. Our task: transport down a man I've known for 15 years. And if we're successful, maroon him there.
It seems like very difficult choice because this is a man he's known for 15 years and he's prepared to leave him on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, but I just called him a moron. It's okay.
Moron.
It's like a man who has been blind all of his life.
Were the beige shirts, were they the precursor to the red shirts?
Yes.
No, because Kirk's wearing a beige shirt.
Well, Kirk's wearing a yellow shirt. There is a tone difference.
Yeah, there is a tone
Yeah.
difference.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so Spock and Kirk are wearing the yellowish gold to where what's his nuts is Gary's wearing beige. So,
Yeah, I think that was more or less for this episode. They don't really, the beige shirts don't really make a comeback. So I don't think they were necessarily, they might have been a precursor.
I mean,
No,
this is
they
only
might-
the
they might
third
have been, yeah.
episode. This is only the third episode. They're still developing how they want things to be. Because I know they eventually get to the point where they realize, gold means this, red means this, blue means this.
Yeah.
They just haven't figured that out yet.
And
Yeah, for some reason, Kirk wears green occasionally.
And technically, this is the first episode.
well,
It's the
yeah,
first one they recorded.
it's the first one they recorded, but it's not the actual one they first released. Which
Right, and-
I don't
and
know
there-
what. Yeah, so I don't know why, but whatever.
Yeah, and there are things that they don't keep.
Yes.
From this episode, so.
Some people think that makes me a monster, don't they, Jim?
Are you reading all our thoughts, Gary?
I can sense mainly worry in you, Jim. Safety of your ship.
What would you do in my place?
Probably just what Mr. Spock is thinking now. Kill me. Well, you can.
He's so calm when he says that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it, Gary.
So he has now basically he's got Force Lightning. Before Force Lightning was born. So he shocks Kirk and Spock because obviously they're the ones who have thought about either marooning him or Spock is the one who's like you need to probably leaning more towards you need to kill him because Spock is armed in this scene. William says, glad you seem to like the original space shots. For me, Trek had some FX that actually felt like a ship, not a model. I think I agree after watching some of this stuff. Bush says he can move cups with his mind, throw him off the ship.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it is interesting because this is supposed to take place well ahead in the advancement of humanity. And to think that we still know very little about ESP, almost to the sense of what we, would have known at the time, which, we know a little more about it now. But just that transition, you think they wouldn't be as afraid of it, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think though you have to keep in mind one of the reasons is they heard the recording from the previous ship where the captain ended up blowing up his ship. So I think that you have to keep in mind that maybe they wouldn't have been as afraid of the ESP if they hadn't gotten that message saying, yeah, they blew up their own ship. So now they're a little bit more heightened because of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. Why are you letting the women do the deep thoughts?
I'm not sure yet just what
That's
kind
the
of
only
world
women.
I
Only
could
women do the
use.
deep thoughts. You like to think.
Well, speaking of a woman with some thoughts, one says, I'm appreciating that the episode of Black Mirror more and more with this one. The actor was really good at sounding like Captain Kirk. This also reminds me of how terrible it is that he was so OP.
Yeah, I have seen that episode of Black Mirror, and it's because Black Mirror is kind of like the Twilight Zone. Every episode's a different story. And there was one episode where they were replicating like Star Trek, and it's actually pretty good.
Might have to check that one out. Or just check the show out in general, because fuck, why not? It's not like we're getting any good shows until probably about 2020.
I'll tell you this though, if you get into Black Mirror, the first episode may turn you away. It's pretty bad.
Is it? Well, pilots. The first season's
not bad, but it's pretty just stomach turning.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not going to knock it. So shit happens, but Gary,
he's got jazz hands. One knows the one I'm talking about.
Like maybe a god could do. I want him unconscious for a while.
Sedate him. So they sedate him. I'm gonna, and they end up sedating him again. This. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, when they so they basically walk him sedated to the transporter, and then somehow still sedated. They let him stand on his own.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand about their sedation. That is some really.
Yeah, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm out cold, but I'm on my feet.
That's some weird sedatives, guy.
You think they'd have been like, you know what, get a wheelchair. It makes sense then. Nope,
right.
We'll just stand him up. There you
And
go.
it never changes. Whenever they sedate someone, they can walk them around.
Yep.
You could just strap him to a dolly. That would make sense.
Yeah.
You got a hospital bed. Why not get a hospital stretcher?
I don't know. One says, laugh out loud. Elbow those physic rips.
Psychic.
Thank you. Sorry, man. I can't read today.
Yeah, let's call
really
that a
didn't-
boomer one, another boomer one.
I
Come on, let's just give him another
never
boomer one.
learned to read.
Yeah, because he's such a boomer. There was no schools at the time when he was a kid.
Yeah, I guess, considering the fact I'm younger than you. Oh, just kidding.
The town elders taught them.
Cat and I are about the same age. Space Adderall. Fuck, man. Won't wish that on anybody, the Adderall.
This is a very cool map painting that they use, and the way they integrate it with that door in the set there.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done.
203R set, Lee. Good, Alden. Transport it up with you, will you?
Wait a minute, I thought black people didn't show up in television
The fuel
until
bins, Lee, they
2015.
No, you are mistaken. It's now 2023. We because we had the very first Black Little Mermaid.
Oh, okay. So
Which
then,
lost $300 million.
Lost a lot of money. Snow White is on course to be worse.
Oh, it's going to
Yes,
be a
it is.
gigantic flop, and I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
hey, by the way, you're now boomer.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I showed that a boomer +5 because she said
Yeah.
so. Hey, well,
Yeah,
so,
Legatus is keeping count.
I know. There's gonna be a meme about this, isn't there?
Nated from here at the struck switch.
I guess I could wire one up right there.
Do it.
So-
You're regaining consciousness.
Which is kind of cool because Kirk's all shocked that Spock's like kill him now, and yet Kirk's going more hardcore than Spock. He's like, yes, just blow up the whole facility. Give me a command to just blow it all up.
I say we take off and nuke the whole site from orbit.
Yeah.
It's the only way to be sure.
One says, well, at least Beauty and the Beast was okay. I didn't have too many issues with Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was fine. I think if you want my honest opinion, I think the best live action remake that Disney has done is the very original, the original Cinderella that they did. The very first one.
Yes.
The
Dude,
very
you
first
were
one.
reading my mind. I mean, Lily James,
Yep.
directed by Kenneth Branagh.
That's the
it was-
only one that's good.
Dude, we're simpatico on that.
Yeah.
You are completely 100% correct.
Yeah, I think that's a feeling that a lot of people reciprocate when it comes to the remakes. Is that first one was great, the rest of them they've steadily gotten worse and worse. And that doesn't mean that I hate Beauty and the Beast. It just means that like there's a constant decline on these things. And I know we're not talking about Disney right now, but yeah, what are you going to say, dude? Go ahead.
Well, when I saw Beauty and the Beast, I was excited because I thought, oh man, they're going to do a really good rendition of Be Our Guest, and it just fell flat.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wow.
You know what's funny is the remake of Sleeping Beauty, I think, was the actual first one. And you actually saw the signs of them changing things because the prince wasn't the hero and the girl ended up going on her own, and the evil queen was actually the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that was standard Disney turning things on its head.
You are correct, sir.
And the LD says black people were always on TV from the beginning. It was black and white.
The Asians were usually played by dudes from Brooklyn with tape on their eyes.
Asians you didn't see on TV.
Stop Asian hate.
Holy shit. Thank you, NDLD, for that. I would just like to call you NDL because, you know, I mean, that really works right there. But no, thank you for that. That was really funny. All right. So we got Gary in a cell. I do like the fact that this automated plant has a cell in it. Thought was a little off, but it's not off-putting. It's just different.
Well, being a cell, like having some place where you can securely store, you know, say volatile or radioactive materials is not necessarily out of place for that. They may just be using a secure storage as a cell here.
But it doesn't look like something that you would be secure storage because
this is clearly a brig.
Yeah, it's clearly a brig. But like I said, I was kind of like, you know, suspending disbelief. Like, okay, you know, we're like 3 episodes in. Obviously, this one was the first one that they filmed, and it's like going, yeah, okay.
They're manning this facility with criminals.
It's Australia. Sorry there, Mr. G. Come on, Game of Thrones tomorrow night, please.
Dr. Piper, I want only one medical officer here at any one time. The other will monitor him on the dispensary screen.
I'd like to stay now. Try to talk to her.
You would be the last person I'd pick.
Yeah, same.
She's
I'd be like,
compromised. Why is she not back on the ship?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got a woman boner. We're not going to trust you.
Like, because I guess they felt that because she helped sedate him, that she's not compromised or something.
Right.
Have
She's
to
the
be
only other.
blind.
She's the only other officer besides the 9 who died that was physically affected by the gas cloud in the same way.
All the more reason to put her in isolation back on the ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm
just
agreeing
shoot
with
her.
you. I think they absolutely, if they'd been thinking, they would have put her, at least under observation, if not isolation.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot her while you have the chance. She annoys me. Just
Kill Lunch Lady Doris for a second.
Yeah, and now he's not Gary again. So they found something that interrupted whatever's going on, the mutation. And that's the
Spock keeps driving home the point that I don't feel. And I think, and it comes into play towards the end of the episode, that he does.
Yeah, no, he does. We know he does
deeply.
Well, it goes back to what
we don't though. Not
Yeah.
yet. Not in the series.
Yeah,
we
true.
don't know that. And so I think he's covering for the fact that he is feeling. He's pushing it down. He's trying to be the logical one, but he's fully he understands what Kirk's going through.
Yeah, and it goes back to what I was saying, is that the Vulcans, before they discovered their meditation techniques or whatever logic, they were more emotional than humans are.
And we still have some emotional Vulcans left.
Yes,
They're
but
called the Romulans.
But the Vulcans have learned. But the Vulcans have learned to suppress it over time.
So Vulcans secretly listen to air supply. They just don't let people know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. When Curry says, "Have you noticed that Gary is developing some silver on the side of his hair? Like maybe the power is burning out of his physical body." Yes, that is a great catch.
I hadn't, but that's a nice touch.
That is a nice touch. So let's get back to touching it. It's not
vigorously.
Woo. I tried to click the play button, but it didn't work, so it was just silence after I said
Scotty, because Scotty now becomes chief of engineering.
Scotty doesn't know, so don't tell Scotty.
So don't tell Scotty.
We're gonna have to clip all of Ryan's little singing things and make like a compilation tape.
Oh God,
that'll be the intro. That'll be the intro video to this show every week.
No,
Ryan
I like
sings the classics.
Excuse me. Well, now that I got a professional, I got my mic back, like actual microphone. I can actually finally record that and not sound like kind of hollow or like I have a lisp, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Legatus makes a good point. If the beige shirts were the precursor to the red shirt, then that was the first red shirt death.
No.
Yeah.
No. There is integrity to be upheld here.
Really?
The integrity of the death toll must be cataloged and maintained properly.
Really? This show is where you're trying to bring the integrity in.
Well, I mean, I'm the one that's
with this
dying
panel
here.
of
I
guys.
should have some say in it. Come on.
Well, I mean, he does have a point. This isn't someone nameless.
Now
Oh,
you
that's
got
a
your
good point. That's a good
now
point.
you got your microphone. You can record that opening.
Yes.
Did I not finish that sentence?
Did I not hear you say that sentence?
I don't know. Now I'm thinking I didn't finish that sentence. Did I get sidetracked with something else?
Maybe.
That's not necessarily a boomer Legatus either, because we don't know.
I'll put a check on the list. It's
Scotty.
good.
Oh, you fuckers.
I was gonna say if you don't get it done soon enough, Tupac's gonna do the opener. So
yeah, no, I he's gonna come back.
He's gonna wrap it.
It's gonna drop another album for our intro.
Not evil. I gave you an order, Bob. You should have killed me while you could, James.
Yes, James.
Command and compassion is a fool's mixture.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really turned on.
Oh, she's turned something.
Get that lady boner.
Well, he literally completes the transfer of her, because she's been Yo, this didn't look suspicious at all. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
That's actually a very interesting point, though, that you make there, Ryan. It's almost like the two of them are two halves of an incomplete circuit, but together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hadn't considered that.
Yep. But the way he led her like into the corner, I'm like, what are y'all about to do? Like,
oh yeah, he's definitely giving her a good psychic fingering.
Yeah. So she has everybody's been taken down, and we come back and find this.
He gave them a good psychic fingering too.
Yeah.
No, he gave them the shocker.
Gave him the Tic Tac.
He gave him He gave him the psychic blue pill.
Dr. Daner, she went with Mitchell. Don't give him a pill until after I'm gone. My fault. Mitchell got as far as he did.
No.
Did you see the direction?
Yes, morning light.
If a nascent god being has his way with you for 4 hours or more, consult a physician immediately.
When he said, "Did you see their direction?" He says it like in a way that it sounds like, "Did you see their erection?" That's what it sounded like when I first heard it, and I was like,
I didn't hear it that way. Your mind is definitely in the gutter. I did not hear it that way. I don't think anybody heard it that way.
Yeah, they did. Listen,
Ryan's avatar is actually affecting him. He's starting to...
Yes.
You are not a hooker. It is. It's just your avatar.
I mean,
you are not the tyranny hooker.
In that we don't pay you. Yeah.
This is not the tyranny hooker you're looking for.
Oh, this is absolutely not the tyranny hooker I am looking for.
See the direction?
Yes, there was some morning light. They were headed across the valley to the left of the pointed peaks. There's flat land
Pointed
beyond.
peaks.
When Mr. Spock recovers, you'll both transport up immediately to the Enterprise. Where, if you have not received a signal from me within 12 hours, you'll proceed at maximum warp to the nearest Earth base with my recommendation. This entire planet be subjected to a
the old school phaser rifles.
Mm-hmm.
No protest on this, Mark. That's an order.
Now, Samuel, I do have to ask, because he did technically kind of have to cock that phaser rifle. What do you think about that?
I actually gave some thought to that last night. I don't think that it is a, exactly what he was doing. I think he was changing the setting
That makes sense.
from a lower setting to a higher one.
You puss. Way to puss out, bro. God.
What? It's not the same thing as Crusher's retarded ass pump action phaser rifle. It's not the same.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Wait,
Or
what?
was it the best ever?
Wait, what? What?
Okay, Kat hasn't seen Picard season 3.
I haven't. I didn't want to. That's why this is the first time I've been
It's
watching.
in the first episode of Picard season 3.
There's
It's
a
probably
pump
the
action phaser.
It's probably the dumbest thing of that whole season.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And I don't know if it was something that was carried over from season 2 or something or what. I don't.
No.
It wasn't.
All right. Wait. So one thing
It was just a bad choice from the.
But as someone who has pumped a shotgun, while who's got to shot, there's nothing better than pump action shotgun. Sorry. I mean, I can.
It's the same excuse Samuel uses. I'm not pumping it. I'm adjusting it.
No, I do it old school super soaker style, man. The more you pump, the more pressure you get.
Fuck's sakes, man.
Hey, do you guys need a room? Now, this is one thing I don't understand about this. All right, why is he following him? I thought they just wanted to abandon him on the planet. Why not just leave him behind?
Well, because now he's dangerous.
But he's on the planet. What is he going to do?
And at that point, he doesn't know that the girl's been converted either. For all he knows, he kidnapped her, type thing.
Yeah, no. True. So, and he's proven himself to be more dangerous. So there's the fact that they're trying to refuel the ship. Basically, he could hinder that, and they'd all be stuck there. And of course, it's 420, 23 people that would be murdered, basically, by Gary and his shenanigans.
Well, then I shall make one.
Behold.
Well, and given Gary's actions, they can't guarantee that he won't progress to a point where he can just leave this planet and wreak havoc elsewhere. So
Yep.
I mean, at this point, he has no choice but to put Gary down.
I mean, look at him. He's spawning plants out of nothing.
Yeah.
So
he's literally, because she literally said, which it cut off just a smidgen. She's like, you know, how will we survive here? And of course, boom, oop, look, there you go. Like, whoa.
yeah, he's at Q level powers now.
Yeah, he's got water and shit.
You'll soon share this feeling, Elizabeth. Be like God, to have the power to make the world anything you want it to be.
One real quick says, I love how in the new movies they change the lasers to stun, and the weird little jewel spins around from the red to blue. It's like a Fallout gun. I don't think I would technically probably maybe equate that to really Fallout-ish. And I actually didn't like it. I thought it was actually kind of fucking lame, but hey, to each their own. But no, I do love Fallout. So maybe there's a weapon I'm missing that one's thinking of specifically. If that's the case, let me know, because
it's from JJ Drek.
Well, no, I know that part, but I'm talking about like
what Fallout.
Yeah,
Fallout.
what
Okay,
Fallout
I
weapon
got you,
is she thinking that relates to? Because
Maybe some of the homemade plasma weapons.
Maybe, yeah. I do love me some Fallout though. It's good shit. Yeah. So basically Gary starts to feel Kirk coming, right? So he's like he's basically sends the good doctor to go talk to
happened to Barkley, and he started changing.
Oh yes.
Joseph A says this is so good on shrooms.
Yeah, except Alf, I think it wasn't that the episode where not just he but other members of the crew started de-evolving.
No. This was one where this was an episode where Barkley something happened to him on an away mission, and he started getting super smart.
Yeah.
And
right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and then he integrates himself into the ship.
Yeah. No, I remember that one. Took me a second to think. Sorry.
Will you acquire the wisdom?
Please go back while you still can.
Did you hear him joke about compassion? Of all else, a god needs compassion. Mitchell!
That's true.
What is up, Disney? A sheep herder. Howdy and hail. Smashing that like button. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely.
We do this every week. God, it says, theme of the episode, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Just like he and Charlie X, but done better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that might actually be why they flip-flopped them, because maybe they felt like this one actually progressed as if like they had learned something from the previous incident, to where if they were better at solving the original incident, but the secondary one they weren't as good, maybe that's why they did it.
I think that they did it that way because honestly, if you play Charlie X immediately after this one, the lighter tone of a lot of the Charlie X episode would completely undercut the very deadly seriousness of this one.
Yeah. So here's something: the contact lenses were also very painful, and they caused the actor severe pain if left in for more than a few minutes.
Wow.
Well, I wouldn't think they would do that just because the doctor being different, it kind of throws you off because it's Bones for 2 episodes and it's this dude, then back to Bones. It's kind of so.
It is different. I'll admit that, but I don't know.
I forgot where they left this episode.
Yeah.
What do you know about gods?
Then let's talk about humans. About our frailties. As powerful as he gets, he'll still have all that inside him.
Go back.
You were a psychiatrist once. You know the ugly, savage things we all keep buried that none of us dare expose, but he'll dare. Who's to stop him? He doesn't need to care.
Dermy dares.
He does dare.
Jeremy will expose your ugly savage.
Yeah, well, Dermy goes where no man has gone before. So.
Oh, come on.
Nice.
Why?
Camelot's back taco.
Oh.
I didn't need to know that.
I don't.
What stays at Matsuri needs to stay at Matsuri.
Yeah. Well, you'd think so, but then you went and made this evil little fucking video that you kept showing to people.
Hey, you know what? You're welcome.
Yeah, you're just as guilty there, bro. Sorry to tell
Yeah,
you.
listen. I know it's my fault. He did the truffle shuffle on Friday. It is my fault. I know that.
Yes, it is.
I thought it would be funny, and then it was a horror show. And I apologize. I apologize.
Once has got to go. Thanks for stream along and prosper. See you next week, One.
Thanks for hanging on. We'll see you next time.
I love that Adam's like, okay, it's my fault that Dermy did the truffle shuffle on Friday night, and Samuel without a beat. Yes, it is. It's just like
it is. I went back and against my my better judgment, I decided I was going to support the stream, and I watched Ballbusters later that night after it had aired because I'm on a show during that time, and I regret every minute of that.
And what's funny is Comics Division was there for it too.
Yes, he was.
That's right, he was, isn't he?
So I was right. There is a Star Trek comic. So there was a Star Trek X-Men crossover where they bring back Gary Mitchell, and there's two alternate stories. Of course, they're both different. One of them is a Star Trek X-Men crossover where Gary Mitchell's brought back, and then there's what they called I remember these. They were called the Strange New Worlds photo comic, where somebody took pictures from Star Trek and they modified them and they made them into a whole comic. So they would take scenes from Star Trek and turn those scenes into a different story with a different comic. And so there was another one called The Strange New World, one of them where they bring back Gary Mitchell as well. So there's two different versions of it. There's also mentioned that, Kirk originally was going to have Gary Mitchell as his first officer. So there's a couple books that talk about Gary Mitchell. There's one called this is actually in the autobiography of James T. Kirk. He was originally recruited to serve as his first officer. He's a lieutenant commander. And then in the 3-part novel series, My Brother's Keeper, it talks about the story on how Kirk met Gary Mitchell and how they became friends. Sorry, I find that stuff interesting.
Oh no, you're good. I didn't know any of that. I have to be honest. Real quick, then we'll get back to the episode. William Curry says, my understanding was Roddenberry wanted Bones at the start, but the network wasn't a fan of his. But after the pilot sold, then he got him in the cast. Okay.
It's because, like I said before, the reason is because DeForest Kelley was known for playing bad guys in Westerns.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of the bad guy being the ship's doctor, they didn't think anyone would be able to accept it since he'd been typecast as a bad guy. But he actually does a phenomenal job because if you watch him, he does like clinical approaches. Like he does a very good doctor when he does have like when he's performing surgery or treating patients. He has that like clinical detachment and that approach to medicine that's very, you could believe he's a doctor.
And if you didn't know it, Bones was in the first or second episode of TNG.
Yep.
He was.
He's talking to Data.
Yep. That was like massive cameos. Like, oh shit, it's McCoy.
Yeah.
And that was like not long before he died.
There's one of three original cast members who made stellar appearances on there.
Yeah.
Real quickly,
Scotty, and Spock.
Real quickly, Kat.
Yeah.
Is this something that's in a language I can't understand? Do you know?
I think that's Klingon. I think that's.
Okay, I didn't know. I've heard Klingon.
Klingon is an actual language. You can. There's a
Klingon Institute.
There's actually this is less known. Diane Dwan, who wrote episodes of Star Trek, wrote a whole series of novels. She called the Romulans the Rihansu, and she actually created a Romulan language. But that one never became canon. But she developed her own. The thing is, when you watch Star Trek and Star Trek: The Next Generation, her Romulans don't make sense. But she actually established a whole culture for the Romulans.
Yeah, but that's something that a lot of people don't know. There really is a Klingon Institute that literally is kind of the purveyors and keepers of the actual language because it has been turned into an actual language. And their
You
show
can take classes in college
Yes.
as a language elective to learn Klingon because it's a fully developed language developed by a guy named Michael Okuda.
What always bothered me was that those little comm badges they use also work as translators. So in the show where you hear a Klingon purposely say something in Klingon, why isn't it translating it to English?
Because they want you to hear it for the.
Well, I know, but the translator just works off of what. I mean, the translator knows what you speak, and it listens for other languages and translates for you.
You know, I never knew that. I never knew the translator was how the universal translation was going on.
I thought they were built into the ship's comms, not into the.
Well, it may have been the ship's comms, but
I know that others have like implants, like we know from DS9, the Ferengi have it.
But there's been times on ship's comms where Klingons spoke things in Klingon, and it's still. I mean, it.
Are you
technically the translator should have translated it?
I got nothing.
Just a
It's
thought.
Probably just an oversight. Yeah.
Fengra says it's not the comms. It's implants.
Which would make sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I was just about to say the time travel.
Yeah, when they
with
were
the
banging
Ferengi.
this. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Shit.
they addressed that, for example, in Stargate SG-1, where initially there were different languages and stuff, but later on, every planet they go to, everybody speaks perfect freaking English, no matter what their background is. And basically, the showrunners were asked this question several times at cons, like, "Why is everybody speaking English?" And he's like, "Well, we could either do 43 minutes of Daniel Jackson trying to figure out what the hell the other guys are saying, or we could tell a story."
I just put it out like he was saying. Maybe it's implants. Maybe they have something that automatically translates it for them, and that's why everything sounds like English. I don't know.
Well, I want to say it's awesome to see some new names in the chat. I think that's awesome. So thanks for stopping by and watching. We do this every Sunday, and I hope you love Star Trek, and I hope you also like gay jokes. It's gotten a little mellow towards the end here, but the beginning was wow. So
yeah.
Yeah, see, William Carey, what I enjoy
Fix
was
it,
a
devil.
writer, and wish they'd use her version.
Ryan takes dick.
That's just all right. just blatantly out of nowhere.
The gay level was just getting too low. You have to.
It's just too low. We needed our fix.
Gotta bring it back.
1 minute longer. I'm disappointed in you.
Tickles.
He was shooting at his nipple.
Yeah.
Gary's like, that felt great.
Dude, he beats the shit out of Kirk here too. Like he throws him around like a rag doll.
Also, like when Gary first shows up, he does the dodge roll like right there, like 3 feet away from the guy.
Yeah.
He deserves a decent burial at least.
Okay. I want to stop it right there. What's Kirk's middle name?
Tiberius.
Yeah, and
That's
they
an R.
actually they actually explain it in that the R's middle name was explained as one of the many in-jokes between the two men, in which Kirk had said his name was Racquetball, Rhinoceros, and Resourceful to specify just 3. Mitchell had known all along Kirk's real middle name was Tiberius. It was supposedly they tried to explain
that confused me because I knew what Kirk's middle name was, and I was like, why is there a fucking R?
I like
Yeah, no, it was
Boosh.
a mistake.
Look at
There's
Boosh's
also-
comment.
Who says Kirk had the phaser set to tickle? I'm
No,
gonna
but
tickle
there's
your
also a
nipples.
mistake with McCoy. I think they put his middle name also wrong, and then later you find out his middle name is something else. I can't remember. I think it's David.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't wrong. This was where they first started out. They
Yeah.
just changed it later.
Why did they have to explain
it's a
it? Like,
retcon.
yeah, well, why can't they just say, why was it wrong? And they go, because we didn't figure that shit out yet. What the hell do you think? You know?
Yeah, but I think some fans like to hear an in-universe explanation
Yeah.
for just stuff they were still figuring out along the way.
Well, and it, at the same time too, I think probably one of the reasons we might be a little critical of why they said, well, we didn't know what we were doing yet. We kind of fucked it up. Is because you have the Disney trilogy literally has to release books and these stupid comics that nobody fucking reads to try to retcon and fix all the issues that they created from those 3 dumbass movies. And so people are like hypercritical now of like, oh well, so. I think that's probably where some of that comes from, even from us, because we watch and deal with this shit on a weekly basis. William Curry says, "Oh, so we the audience don't have the implants, so we'd hear the language as they speak it."
No, they even actually come up with an in-universe explanation. I've heard people coming up with in-universe explanations why McCoy wasn't in the last episode. In this episode, it was like McCoy was back at Starfleet for something. And then McCoy comes
he's
back.
finalizing his divorce.
Ooh.
Fangris
he divorced before he joined Starfleet.
Fangris says, I got to ask, what do you rate the Starfleet double fist? 1 to 10.
I mean, it's a staple of the series.
Isn't that the double fist chop that Kirk does all the time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Kirk thing?
Yeah, he literally does it in this episode.
We gotta give it a 10. It's a Kirk thing. I'm sorry, it's a Kirk thing. It gets a 10.
The double axe handle hurts your fingers. I tried doing that once. Hurts the hell out of your fingers.
Yeah, he does a lot of. He does a flurry of judo chops too.
So we get all of a sudden, because Kirk is on his knees, and now Elizabeth is starting. She's starting to find some of her humanity because she was the last one to turn. And obviously Gary's more powerful than her, so he actually starts taking her down. Obviously, every time.
It's because she's a woman.
Fangris says, "Yo, dude, I use the same site to watch Star Trek. So do I. I don't give Disney or any of these clown shows money. Even though yes, we're watching the original series, I'm not going to give Paramount Plus money because fuck them." Because Discovery and Strange and New Worlds is such a giant raging piece of dog shit. But yeah, so they're literally battling each other, and of course Elizabeth goes down, and then the gentlemen get to fight. Let's rumble.
Judo chop.
Judo chop.
Judo flip.
Hey, it's Kirk. Come on, everything Kirk does is cool.
Bush says, "Don't turn me purple. I'll turn you purple."
For any of our young audience watching, don't fight like Kirk. It doesn't work.
No, you break your goddamn hands.
Fangris, chop. Hip toss. That's a pretty good hip toss. I gotta be honest, actually. I kind of like the hip toss. Yeah.
Kirk jump.
You tore my shirt.
Oh, the first time he tears his shirt.
I love the. It's so good.
Well, this sets up the in continuity reason that he's no longer wearing this sweater in the next episode.
Yeah,
because it was ripped. So
yeah,
that's why they can't.
They got to get a whole new wardrobe for him.
He's got a whole cargo bay full of shirts because he rips every away mission.
But those were all cheaper because he figured out by then that he was going to rip it.
Yeah.
The seamstress on the freaking ship is like, motherfucker.
She's like, this fucking guy.
That last mission, he ripped it on purpose.
But honey, I do it to see you every time.
So Kirk is just about to kill Gary, and he hesitates, and Gary comes back.
For a moment, James, but your moment is fading.
That's so awesome. I do like the fact when he starts getting thrown around like a rag doll. So, and I'm only just kind of taking a second here real quick to give the algorithms a pause. I don't want to get clipped.
to avoid claim.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh no. So they fell in the grave.
Yeah.
Zip
Clearly, they
it.
don't worry about wild animals in the far future, though, because that's not that deep.
It's an empty planet. There's nothing there.
No, there are no people there.
No.
Yeah, but I don't think they're animals. I don't think there's anything there. I think they said there's nothing there.
I do think at the beginning they said it's devoid of life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And ultimately,
it's still rude.
It's rude. Gary. Oh my God! You know what? For whatever reason, that reminds me of Fallout. When in Fallout 3, the vault full of Garys, the Gary clones, and they're all fucking retarded, so they can't talk.
All you hear him say is Gary.
Yeah, they'll go Gary, and then of course they go, "Hi, Gary."
What is it with the name Gary? Because there was also a Destiny 2 trailer where they're like, we know the name of the enemy and his name is, and then they cut to K6 is Gary, and it's like his name is actually Gall. So what is it with Gary?
I don't know. Gary just must be a bunch of bad Garys running around. Fucking guys. Bush says he flattened him like Wile E. Coyote style. Wow. Fangirl says that's what she said. And then, of course, that's what she said. That's what she said again. And Bush, of course, before this said, "Get up and do something, you useless woman." She was kind of dying, to be honest.
Yeah.
I give her a little bit of credit. It's
So
like,
here's
no.
one other little bit of information that they actually at one point were considering Gary Mitchell as the enemy in, I think, Star Trek the second movie. And he was like, where is it? He's like, he was like, no enemy. He couldn't think of a big bad guy being called Gary. Where is it? That
Just real quick, Legata says Gary the Stormtrooper is another famous Gary.
Here, Robert Orci once revealed he had never given serious consideration to using Gary Mitchell as an antagonist in the film Star Trek Into Darkness. Just couldn't get my mind around an ultimate villain named Gary, he professed. Imagine the trailer. In the history of the galaxy, evil has had many names. Darth Vader, Khan. Now prepare for the greatest foe ever faced by humanity. Gary.
Gary.
Gary. Ah, Gary. No, I mean, I do get it, but I mean, you don't have to. I mean, his name starts out as Gary, but obviously he's not Gary anymore when he's the bad guy. So I feel like that's just shitty storytelling, and I think that's just them turning their nose up at the original source material, which I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
The J.J. Abrams movies aren't the greatest. There's some stuff I definitely do like about them, but they're fine. They're not super.
Yeah, but that kind of sentiment is that's the same snooty attitude of
Yes.
the original source material that they had when they made the second Fantastic Four movie. So, which is why Galactus is a giant space cloud, because the director is on record saying, "I will never make a movie with a giant purple dude."
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So he gets to be a giant space fart.
Yeah. Somehow that's less ridiculous, but okay.
Though Spock's shirt opened from the head like Velcro because so he could with the makeup put on his shirt.
I'm dying, Jim.
Give me a kiss.
It's like,
One
ha!
last kiss.
Now I got you all to myself.
So, are you going to be alive long enough for us to have sex?
Be honest. At least you'll die happy.
No one else is there. Like, who's gonna know, right?
They all walk up. They're all Captain. He's all having sex with the corpse. They go, oh shit!
Like she was breathing a second ago.
Yeah. My
She's alive when I
bad.
started.
She wanted it when we started, I swear.
Leave this out of the logs.
Yeah. Strike that from the record.
Another good looking space shot.
Yeah, it's a great space shot. That's why I wanted to play it.
Captain's log. Stardate 1313.8. Add to official losses, Dr. Elizabeth Dana. Yet noted she gave her life in performance of her duty. Lieutenant Commander Gary Mitchell. Same notation. I want his service record to end that way. He didn't ask for what happened to him.
I felt for him too.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jim.
I believe there's some hope for you after all, Mr. Spock.
And that's gonna do it.
And there it is. Another one down.
Another one down. Another one bites the dust. William. Oh no, sorry, we're not at a.
That was getting pornic.
I mean,
so with a panel with a bunch of dudes and one female, again, it got gay.
Which is impressive because there is at least one woman here. I mean, I can understand if you were in a panel full of just guys, but there's an actual woman here. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm starting to doubt you guys here.
Well, we didn't want to
do you
get
want us
pulled
to make
into
jokes
HR.
including you, Kat? Is that what you want?
Hey, HR is an airlock. We'll boot you out of it. You come to HR, it'll be quick and
Well, I think that was probably my favorite episode. I know we've only watched technically 4 of them now, including the original pilot that was used to sell to the studio. But I think that
Hey, we got
has gone before was my favorite.
See our last chat. Someone new.
Yeah. No, and I did. Yes, JP is somebody who is new, and like I said earlier, and I'll say it again, it's awesome to see new names in the chat.
People.
I think you all showed up in my feed because of subbing to you from Netters and Troy's. Yes, we definitely know Netter and Troy. Samuel was just on with Netter and Troy.
2 days ago.
Yep. I really like this format and the humor. I will be back. Have a great one. Thank you very much, JP. Thank you. We will see you next time.
Yep.
Absolutely.
William says, cool to see Scotty on the bridge. Yes, it was. And with that, Devil, you have a stream coming up literally within 38 minutes?
Yep. Head on over if you guys are interested to Beelzehub to check out Get Ranked. We're doing board games with Soldier Spirit, Tina Bojan, and the Common Nerd. Should be fun.
Outstanding. Kat Zehazabigamar.
I just randomly, I'm gonna try and stream. I'm finally gonna try and stream during the week. Other than that, I just posted a video because the Quartering was he did a video where he was like rating or something a female streamer. So I was like, all right, you know what? Rate my setup. I probably failed. So check that out. I talk gaming stuff for about 30 minutes.
She does. She loves her games, and she's extremely entertainment. Thank you, William Curry. Says watching these every Sunday. Then got another subscriber. Awesome. Appreciate it. Mr. Adam the Red Shirt, also known as the Renaissance Nerd.
I am Adam Renaissance Nerd. You can check out my YouTube channel of the same name where I do reviews, takes, play games, live stream tomorrow night. Mellow Mondays, our major chill stream, start the week. And this Wednesday, join me as I start reviewing Ahsoka and literally gain joy from destroying every horrible minute of its impending doom.
So it was bad because I heard
it's going to. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
they're called stands, and they're worthless.
Yep. Yeah, it's not.
It's gonna be terrible. I can't wait.
There's nothing good coming up, and I have a feeling that Mr. Adam and I will be. We'll probably be talking about it quite a bit. Us both.
Yes,
Probably might invite you on FNR once it starts to kind of talk about it a little bit before Ballbusters because we always so
yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, also I am live streaming on Friday Armored Core 6. So
okay.
Ooh, nice. I'm getting that too.
Wow, Kat just got a game boner.
A game, bud. Hey.
And of course, our resident horn dog, Mr. Horny Alf.
Hey everyone, yeah, I'm Horny Alf. You can find me on Twitter, usually dropping pop cultural commentary and some memes. I also live stream games on Twitch and then re-upload all my games to YouTube. However, I got a capture card and I got my Streamlabs set up, so I might start streaming some games directly to my YouTube channel. I also have a Rumble, but the videos don't always seem to move over there when I stream. So
it takes 24 hours or so.
Yeah.
I've had ones that have been sitting in there for months and haven't moved
Really?
over,
Me too.
so I don't know what's going on. But either way, you can find me on Twitch and YouTube. But when I'm not here with you guys, Friday nights usually on Ballbusters, Saturday nights on Vets Talk and Skinemax Saturdays. And then tonight, 11 p.m. Central, I have my late night Halo stream with Ryan Reaper from the Legion of Memers. We're finishing up Halo 2. Then once we get to Halo 3, we might be inviting guests on to play some Halo with us, do 4-player co-op.
Nice.
So
very nice. And tomorrow night for myself, we will be doing Game of Thrones season 5, episode number 1. 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. That's also 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself, Mr. Joker Voice can only be there for about an hour. Lily 300 Mirrors, Tyler the Redbeard, Know Me Without You, Shadu of the Hawk, and hopefully Mr. Grant Gregory from the Southern Hemisphere can make it. But being he is in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia, a fake country, he doesn't always get a chance to make it. Samuel, you know what to do.
All right, I'm Samiel the Infamous. You can find me on Samiel the Infamous. I do streams like this all weekend. You know, starting Friday night, going through Saturday afternoon, sometimes Saturday nights, Sunday afternoons. That's where you can find me. Thank you all for coming. This has been another excellent episode of Star Trek Engage.
You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song.
Shiri Skadar,